What's going on, family? Welcome to the first Tuesday tutorial of 2020. That's a lot of T's, but it's good to be back. Missed y'all. Over the last part of the year, I was just trying to catch up on some things, but it's good to be back. And part of what going into the new year kind of entails, and definitely going to get into some music in the weeks to come. But I'm not big on New Year's resolutions. But what I do normally try to do is kind of do like an inventory of the previous year and see what it is that what worked, what didn't work, kind of like a profit and loss, and see what it is that I need to bring into the new year. So I would encourage you all, especially we as creatives, to really be able to look at that inventory, that profit and loss, because this is still a business. We want to look at things that worked for us. Did collaboration work? Did investing in advertising work? Did being a little bit more present on social media, did that work? And also look at when things didn't work, like maybe being more present on social media, or investing too much in digital workstations that you're not going to use. As a little bit of a personal thing there. I had to look at that. One of those things that we have to do. But another bigger part, and I think the harder part, is actually the internal, kind of pruning process, that internal inventory. I use the word prune, and I'm going to give the definition of prune, and I'm reading it here, so forgive me. It says, to trim, as in a tree, shrub, or bush, by cutting away dead or overgrown bushes, branches, stems, especially to increase fruitfulness or growth, to reduce the extent of something by removing superfluous or unwanted parts. And so pruning is a lot of times kind of interpreted a lot of different ways. Of course, it's good to do that regular inventory, that pruning process that gets rid of a lot of those things that are external. We have to do that. We have to remove certain things that are toxic. We have to cut away certain things on the external type of level from our businesses and from our personal lives that may actually impede our growth. But one of the things and I hear this all the time, is that you can change your playgrounds and playmates, you can change your environment, but everywhere you go, you take you with you. And I like to look at it personally and say, everywhere I go, I take me with me. And most of the time, the problem I find is that it's not always about the external things, but sometimes I have to look internally. Got to look at me. And one of the things that we have to do, especially as creatives, is that we have to understand that just as in with the pruning process with a tree, is that some of those things that are now useless were once useful. When a tree or a plant is growing, everything is new. But as it grows and those branches spread out, those branches are now dead because they did serve purpose once, but now they don't have that same purpose. And for that new growth to happen, that what used to be useful has to be cut away. We have to do that as creatives. I know that, for me personally, a lot of times it's, there's a lot of great material that comes out of writing out of pain. A lot of things that we can relate to through life experiences. And those things are useful in their season. But we have to learn how to move on for some of those things if we want to grow. And there's a lot of value that we have on the inside, a lot of that creative blood that's flowing that can't get out because we have too much dead stuff that came from us. It didn't come from other people, came from us, that may have been useful at one point in time, but now it's dead. And we may not want to let it go, but we have to let it go. That's the only way that we can grow. And that's the only way that those creative juices can actually come out. Like I said, there's a lot of value, there's a lot of worth that's in each and every one of us, as long as we allow ourselves to keep growing and not use the same things that we always use to get sometimes the same things that we always got. For those of us who know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So that's just a little bit of a word about inventory, a great way to start your year. It's the way that I'm starting my year. It's good to see y'all again, like I said, and I look forward to talking to you in the Tuesdays that come. Keep your head up, stay creative, be blessed. I'll talk to you soon.